guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Carlijn, but my friends call me Car. I love to travel and want to share my trips and adventures with you all in this vlog.
Welcome to our Korean restaurant slash guest house.
Yeah, restaurant slash hotel.
They call this place Iiyama.
Yeah.
Actually, Iiyama maybe is lovely. The Korean guest house though.
If our luck has it that we have another 7-Eleven in front of the...
That's just like it's been our savior this whole trip.
Yeah. Another day, another 7-Eleven. But the smoothies aren't here. No smoothies today. That's our hotel.
Is the hardest part.
The Korean restaurant. Bye!
My Korean restaurants.
What are we gonna do now?
Monkey park.
We're going to the monkey park. In the Jigokudani snow monkey park. So these monkeys, they bathe in onsens, and which is funny because yesterday I read that all the neighboring onsens, which are like hot springs, their water comes from the same water that the monkeys bathe in. So basically everybody's bathing in monkey water. It's just so gross. Car, did you hear that?
Yeah, I know. Car.
Yeah, what is there?
We'll be very polite to the monkeys and hopefully they won't snatch my baby.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I mean, so that's an actual danger, huh? The monkeys apparently snatch babies. So that's what they do, yeah. They're notorious baby snatchers. God even knows where they bring them, honestly. Scary. Yeah, just to recap our night, had a little interesting sleep. Slept in all my clothes, my hoodie, long pants and socks. Because I found a pubic hair in my bed. So I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, and I did too.
And
my bed was clean, but
I look like
Carlijn's horror story. I quickly put my sweater around my pillow.
Yeah.
And called it a night.
After a very questionable night in a very questionable hotel, we left for the Jigokudani monkey park. Luckily, we had done most of the driving the day before in order to get to the monkey park early, so we only had a 30-minute drive ahead of us. And soon thereafter, we arrived at the monkey park. Good morning.
Good morning.
Konnichiwa. It's Nomus's birthday today.
It is surprisingly, I didn't know.
We're doing our 1.6 kilometer trek up to Jigokudani snow monkey park. And yeah, 1.6 kilometers. Well, it's a little bit in a upwards.
A slight
fashion.
incline. Yeah.
But doable. There are a lot of monkeys today. Yesterday apparently there weren't any. And there are even some in the path, and there's plenty of babies. So excited. The Jigokudani Monkey Park is located at an altitude of 850 meters in the valley of the Yokoyu River in Nagano. This is home to the macaque monkey, also known as the snow monkeys. These monkeys bathe in the hot springs throughout the year and have inhabited here naturally throughout the ages. It is also the only place in the world where monkeys bathe in hot springs. This valley is also called the Hell Valley because of the steam coming from the hot springs. About 1/3 of the year, these hot springs are covered in snow, which is paradise for these creatures and gives them the best of both worlds, snowy surroundings and hot springs to warm up in. But the monkeys were very nice and sort of okay with humans.
Yeah, I mean, they were so cool about us getting closer.
Yeah,
closer,
right?
Closer.
One touched my bum, Nomus.
Yeah.
I was crouched down and one right behind me gave me a little pat on my bum.
Oh my god.
He's having a touchy-feely.
Oh.
I love the moms and all the little babies, and they were like drinking milk and hanging
and
like
playing
little koala
around.
bears.
After the monkey park, our next stop was Narai-juku, a post town 2 hours south from here. Okay, we made it to the first of the beautiful villages in Kiso Valley, which is Narai-juku. I'm sorry if anybody's Japanese and I'm butchering your language. I'm doing the best I can, really. Oh my god, it's just like the pictures. Ah! Welcome to Narai-juku, one of the best preserved towns of the NAKASENDO Trail. Back in the day, these towns were called shukuba or post towns, which were station-like rest stops built on the travel routes. These post towns accommodated Narai merchants and other travelers during their long voyages to and from Tokyo. During the Edo period, there were 69 post towns stretched out over a 540-kilometer route. It was considered one of Japan's 5 major highways at the time. This was called the NAKASENDO Trail. Nowadays, very little remains of the Nakasendo Trail as many roads have been replaced by actual highways. But part of the original trail remains in the Kiso Valley, which includes Narai-juku, Magome-juku and Tsumago-juku. This is a 7-kilometer stretch that many people hike in order to get a feel of the old samurai-era Japan. Narai-juku marked the halfway point between Tokyo and Kyoto and therefore became the wealthiest post town of the Kiso Valley. It has a main street that stretches over a kilometer and is also known as the Narai of 1,000 houses due to its many houses along the main road.
Carline's taking the safe side of flying a drone. It's not the idea, but sure.
What? This is not how it's supposed to go? We didn't really book any hotels during our road trip, so Kara went in search for an accommodation in Narai-juku as we absolutely loved this town and thought it would be great to stay at a traditional ryokan. But it turned out to be harder than we thought.
So we spoke to, we went to all the hotels, okay?
All the hotels,
Yeah, all
yeah.
hotels. Either they're closed or they're full.
Mm-hmm.
But the very last one said, oh yes, and we were like, oh yes, and then they were like, we were expecting you, like, and we were like,
No.
expecting us. And they said, we're waiting for a group of 7 people.
Okay.
So we agreed with them that we will come back to their hotel at 6:37. So to see if they showed up, and if they didn't show up, then we can have their room
Okay.
at 7. If we see 7 people walking up, we can totally tell them, you're in the wrong place. Yeah.
This is not good.
Narai-juku, this is not it. Just keep going.
Yeah, half an hour ahead.
We were so glad those other people never showed up and we managed to get their rooms for the nights. Staying in a ryokan was definitely on our list of things to do in Japan, so we were very happy about that. A traditional guest house or ryokan gives you the opportunity to experience the traditional Japanese lifestyle and hospitality. The rooms were very typical with tatami floors, a futon to sleep on, fusuma doors and shoji windows. We also had a small separate tea room and a small onsen to enjoy.
So we're in an official ryokan. The rooms are really nice. We have 2 bedrooms and this private tea area, common room, I guess. And there's also a traditional onsen. So after we surprised Nomus, because it's his birthday today, with his cake, we're gonna go to the onsen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nomus. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, girls.
Happy birthday, Nomus.
What a sight.
Have a cup of tea, Nomus.
With the apple
We
cake.
got you the apple
From the
cake.
You know that
special.
it was my favorite thing.
Really?
Apple cake.
As you can tell, I'm very tired. It was an experience sleeping in a ryokan, but also not to be repeated. Me and Kara are broken. We are 2 broken people. Yeah.
For reals, bro.
This, if you can hear that, there's nuts in here, or something. The pillow wasn't that bad, actually. The pillow wasn't half bad, but it was tiny.
Now we're gonna have our first Japanese breakfast. Isn't that insane?
Well, that's exactly. So we haven't had a proper Japanese breakfast yet, so we're gonna have that now. On the upside, a typical Japanese ryokan breakfast, or washoku, consists of white rice, miso soup, different types of vegetables, grilled fish, tofu, egg, and nori. This makes up the standard Japanese-style breakfast. The flavors were absolutely delicious, and it also marks the first time ever that I've had fish for breakfast. This dish is full of nutrients and kept me satisfied and energetic until lunchtime.
It's chow time for the influencer.
ね、まあ僕はね結構ちゃんと読むこととかもできたけど、中にはね日本からとかねそれで全然もう日本人と一緒に過ごしちゃう人もいっぱいいるし、
And there's also miso soup. So
日
healthy.
本人それなりにい
This is why
る
Japanese
か
people live so
ら
long.
それもできちゃうんですよ。もう
This is it,
本当必要なだけ
This is
外
the
に入れ
magic
て
potion.
ていうこともねできた。
Oh, you're supposed to put it on your rice. He's making a sushi roll.
I just put it in there.
Way it should be fun.
Japanese, foreign.
Wow, that was incredible.
After breakfast, we packed up and said goodbye to Narai-juku. Next, we jetted off to the second post town on the NAGASENDO Trail called Tsumago. Also, can we just talk about how scenic the drives are between these towns? Kijk nou, een kleine sake-winkel. I think it's like all types of sake, right? Oh my god. I need sake immediately.
Here we see an authentic Japanese person. It's not very gongy.
Yeah. It's gonna be like,
No, but that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were hoping for.
This is like really up.
Struggle there.
We have arrived in Tsumago. Tsumago was the 42nd post town on the Nagasendo Trail back in the day. This town is greatly preserved due to the restoration and preservation efforts of the Japanese government in the 70s. Nowadays, cars are not allowed on the main road and all electrical wiring is hidden from view. Also, modern developments or buying and selling of historical property is strictly prohibited within the town. This town houses many Edo-style wooden inns and other structures and is surrounded by a spectacularly lush and forest mountainous backdrop. This makes Tsumago a popular tourist attraction for hiking and other outdoor activities. Tsumago is quite known for its honjin. The honjin was the principal inn and served the high-ranking government officials during the Edo period. There was also the waki honjin, which is another sort of backup inn used by other travelers with a lower status. This town is truly magical and really worth seeing if you can pass by here. To me, it really felt like I was warped back in time wandering through this village.
All right. Next stop
Magome-juku.
is also Juku.
Yeah, they're all a juku.
So what does Juku mean?
It's Tsumago-juku, Narai-juku, and Magome. And geen idee. I have no clue what it means. Probably town. It's like Karin-san, Carlijn-san.
Yeah,
You
in
know? And then
Magome-juku.
juku is for town, you know? So Tokyo-juku. Well, maybe it's only town. I feel like not a city.
Could be. All right.
After a short drive of 30 minutes, we arrived in our last stop of the Nagasendo Trail, which was Magome-juku. Magome was the 43rd post town on the Nagasendo route back in the day. This town is surrounded by stunning mountainous backdrops. Between the three post towns we visited, this one was equally beautiful in comparison to the others, but all were very different in their own way. For example, this town has a cobblestone road in a downward slope and truly makes you feel like an olden day traveler passing through. The name Magome, meaning horse basket, supposedly derives from the fact that travelers were forced to leave their horses at the inns because the road was far too steep to descend for them. We also enjoyed some typical snacks in this town such as oyaki, which are steamed buns with various fillings such as veggies, red beans, mushrooms, pumpkin and more. And we also tried gohei mochi, which is a slab of rice on a stick coated in sugar and soy sauce, but they also have different toppings such as walnuts or miso, and it was so good. Between the two delicacies from this region.
Here we are. Rice stick.
And Nagano baoban.
How's your rice stick?
Rice stick. That's a good name for it.
Thank you.
I don't mind it. It could have had a little bit more soy sauce. You know?
Without any sweet stuff.
Yeah.
There's one with vegetable, one with eggplant,
Yeah?
and then there's two with like mixed stuff. We can all just take a bite and then pass it along.
That was it for today, guys. Stay tuned for the next vlog where we travel to Nagoya and Nara.
Hey there guys, thanks for watching another episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe below and drop a comment if you can. I would really appreciate it. Ciao! Follow me, subscribe.